This week on The Grind Waterfowl TV, Tim Noe and Bill Wilroth are back in Leeds, North Dakota for a fantastic field hunt for mallards and honkers.
It's a lifestyle for the rough and rugged kind. The tougher the game, the longer the pain, the better the ride. We do what we can to stay ahead, cause the modern world wants us left for dead. You better believe as long as we breathe, the sun's gonna rise. We dig real deep, try a little harder, buckle down tight, go a little farther so we can look back and be proud of what we've done. Sometimes we gotta work under the gun, don't sweat the battle, make sure the war's won. Keep on keeping on, cause the bottom line, it's a labor of love we call the grind.
The Grind Waterfowl TV is brought to you by Dakota Decoy, premium gunning decoys for demanding hunters. Lucky Duck, masters of deception. Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy, from a 7-week-old puppy to a finished gun dog all in one place. Delta Waterfowl gear by Alps Outdoors, where innovation, affordability, and conservation unite. High Mountain Seasonings, quality seasonings and meat processing products. Lifetime Decoys, premium decoy rigging equipment. Pro Drive, shallow water outboards. Rio, official ammunition of the Grind Waterfowl TV. Share the experience. Sitka Gear, turning clothing into gear. And these fine sponsors.
Here we go again, Nate. This isn't bad, 5 o'clock. I've looked at that clock before and it said 3 o'clock, so we are headed out duck shoot this morning. We got about a half-hour drive, so we're getting rolling a little early. Rick likes to roll really early. We're gonna do it again. Day 2, North Dakota.
Well, we're headed north a little bit today. Woke up to some snow and sleet this morning. Early October in North Dakota, nothing like it. Should be a good morning for ducks. We're headed out to a field that had a fair number of ducks in it last night. I think we're gonna have a good morning.
Well, good morning from central North Dakota here. It's a little bit like duck hunting weather now. We got a pretty good northwest breeze, little snow squalls coming through, so we're setting up in a cut barley field that the birds been using for the last 3-4 days. There's quite a few ducks, a few Canada geese scattered out. They're not coming real far. The roost is only probably a half, 3/4 of a mile away, which is perfect. They don't get a chance to get real high before they come to the decoy spread, and we'll get things set up here and hopefully everything works out and we have a good day. And then lo and behold, we had a nice lone goose coming. Rick popped up, Blake got the first shot off, banded goose. And they both saw the band hanging on the leg. What we did today, we were targeting ducks because that's mostly what he'd seen in the field, and we say it all the time, mallards love honkers. So we put out a big spread of Canada decoys, and basically what we did was I call it a C pattern, you can call it what you want, but we put a glob of Canada's a little bit behind us, around the blinds,
and then 2 wings going off each end to the downwind side. It just funnels the ducks right to your blind. We put the full body mallards right in front of the blind with all the lucky HDs, pretty much spread right within the duck decoys, and they center right to it.
Get ready.
Take them, take them.
Take them, guys. Good shot, Bill. Watch that greenhead, Blake, out there.
And then lo and behold, we had a nice lone goose coming that Rick decided to be really quiet on over there. And I can see he's educated Blake really well too, because I was doing a little goose calling. Next thing I know, out of one eyeball, I see Blake's gun sneaking up, and then he beat his dad up. Rick popped up, Blake got the first shot off, banded goose. And they both saw the band hanging on the leg. So we kind of missed the take 'em call. I mean, I would have thought he would have said, "Hey, Tim, you've probably never shot a banded goose. Why don't you take this?"
Yeah, you think you would have just been polite to his guests. You know, up here this week, there was a lot of wind, 20 to 30 mile an hour winds. And wind is great because it really allows you to set the spread and kind of know the direction the birds are going to have to land. The one downfall to it is it allows birds to get out really quick. If you can get them in closer when it's windy, it gives you a greater chance of a successful shot, because as soon as you come up out of the blind or cattails, those birds are going to get out of there quick because that wind helps them get out quick. And so the trick is get them in close when it is windy.
Take them, guys. There, good job.
Good shot. Good shooting,
Good
guys.
job.
Good shot, guys. Well, Rick did see some honkers in here last night, and geez, we're having a pretty good little honker hunt here. They're coming in 1s and 2s, but it's pretty nice.
This quick little cold snap obviously started probably pushing some birds down from the north a little bit because they did get a little colder and a fair amount of more snow. And so there were probably a couple ducks that pushed down from there. This quick little cold snap obviously started probably pushing some birds down from the north a little bit because they did get a little colder and a fair amount of more snow. And so there were probably a couple ducks that pushed down from there. But the other thing that the cold weather does is it usually gets the birds up and going, and they're looking for some food to keep their metabolism going. If you get real late in the season, a lot of times that cold weather, they'll sit on the roost for a long time. But early season, first couple cold snaps, usually gets those ducks and geese up and moving.
Birds left. Come this way, guys. Get up.
There's a nice mature drake.
Wherever you're hunting, whether it be field or water, watch the first bunch of birds. They're going to tell you what they want to do. You might think the wind's coming off your left shoulder when it's actually off your right shoulder. The ground messes up the wind a little bit. So watch them very closely. That first bunch is going to tell you. If they're swinging a little bit to the left and you've got your decoys a little out of place, get up, get them moved. You're going to find every bunch is going to do pretty much the same thing. Really all we had to move today were a couple of lucky HDs, and that centered the ducks right in front of everybody. So easy little moves can put the birds where you need them to finish.
Hey guys, I'm Barton Ramsey, and this is your Cornerstone Gun Dog Academy retriever training tip of the episode. We have Bruce here. In our last 2 retriever training tips, we've worked on whistle stops. Whistle stop on a recall, and then whistle stop on a recall where we throw a dummy out and cast him. If you haven't worked on those, I encourage you to go back, watch those episodes, and then once you've become proficient at those, which he's been working on those for a few days, once you become proficient on those, get out here, and this is the next step in building up a dog who will stop on the whistle on a blind retrieve. So what we're going to do with Bruce is we're going to line him up and send him like he's going on a memory. There's nothing out here, which is important. There's no way that he can get a retrieve unless I put one out, and I'm only going to do that when he stops on the whistle. Wherever he goes out here, I don't care if it's a really straight line right now, we're working on lining. I'm going to stop him as soon as he hits the ground. I'm going to throw the dummy out. We want him to learn again, hey, look, if I stop and look at this guy, I get a reward. Sit. Bruce, back. Sit. He's not sitting all the way, he's just looking. Sit. Sit. Bruce. Good, so we want to wait. We don't want to give him the reward until he sits. Good boy. Hopefully he'll start to put it together soon. Good boy. Dead. He'll start to put it together soon. Sit. That when he hits the ground good with his rear end, he gets a reward. We don't want to do it too much because we don't want to send a dog out in the field with nothing out there a whole lot. We want him confident on taking lines. But this is how we build up on whistle stops. After this, we'll begin sending him on memory retrieves and stopping him and then casting him back toward the memory. Again, always being consistent with this whistle, even when we walk the dog, to remind him whistle means stop. Heel. Good. I'm rewarding him when he does it properly.
It takes birds to attract birds, so if you push a bunch out, now you got to wait several days for some new birds to move in, and now you're building a flock again.
Check out the Grind Waterfowl package, which includes Dakota decoys and bags, Lucky Duck motion decoys, and lifetime decoy rigs. Save $215 on this exclusive offer only available at Max Prairie Wings.
So new for this year is our Lucky Flapper Mallard Drake. It's in our HD body style, which is just a really nice body style with the EVA plastic, very durable, realistic look. Comes with the 6-volt battery and charger. We've increased the cam size a little bit on it. They get a little more flap. The wings are redesigned where it's an all foam wing in here, so it's got a lot of really good bend. You're not going to be breaking any wires or anything that's in here now. So these are really nice durable wings. You can cup them a little bit if you want. It's a really nice addition to your decoy spread. Spinners are great, late season especially when spinners, ducks get used to some of the spinners sometimes. You put on these flappers and it can really help add a little more, realistic motion to your spread.
At North Country Guide Service, we mainly target field hunting. Most of our hunts are done on dry land. We hunt mainly just the morning. You know, we're probably out in the field in that early AM, 5 a.m., getting the decoy spread set out and hunt until the morning fight is over, which is in that 10:30, 11 o'clock area on most days. And then we shut her down for the day. If you chase them all day long, pretty soon the pressure just drives them out of the area. It takes birds to attract birds, so if you push a bunch out, now you got to wait several days for some new birds to move in, and now you're building a flock again. But if you can hold the birds and kind of manage them that way by not chasing them from sun up to sundown, you got that core flock that's attracting birds every day. And the other thing is the roosts. You know, they got to have a safe place to go. If they get harassed in the fields and they go back to the roosts and they're getting shot at there, that's the problem there, that they will leave the area. Now you're back to square one again. So it's very important to leave those roost ponds or lakes alone and let them have a quiet time out there. It allows for good waterfowling for everybody involved.
That's a drake. Nice shot.
We're wrapping up day 2 here in Leeds, North Dakota with Rick and Blake Darling, North Country Guide Service. And once again, the boys found us a hot field. Change of weather this morning.
Cool.
Yeah, we got up, a little snow flying.
Yep. Kind of a cool thing to wake up in the morning in October, early October, and see snow.
Unless you left all your heavyweight sitka at home.
Yes.
They did a great job for us here. They do it every year. We had a mixed bag of ducks. We got pintails, mallards, widgeon, and Blake shot his first official that he knows he truly shot, banded goose. So once again, we want to thank Rick and Blake. They did it for us again. They do it every year. North Country Guide Service, Leeds, North Dakota. Great facilities, great hunting, pretty good guys. But thank you, boys, appreciate it.
It's always a lot of fun hunting with friends, and Blake and Rick have truly become friends of ours over the years. So it's a good time coming up here and seeing them.
It is a lot of ribbon, a lot of good food, a lot of hunting. So, thank you, boys.
Visit our website, www.thegrindwaterfowl.com, where you will find past episodes as well as tips and tactics from the boys here at The Grind. Follow The Grind on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.